watching Avatar: The Last Airbender, episode 4. Boomy? Is that the name?
No.
It's not King Boomy? We currently have 18,590 subscribers
At the time of this recording.
Our director is Katara. You should have done Toph because Toph Beifong is one of the few characters to have a last name in the show.
I can get to that when we get to that.
Oh, okay. Subscriber shoutouts.
These are subscriber shoutouts. People that said, welcome back, we missed you, da-da-da. And just that be rocking with us. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us.
We rocking with Marker with us, because we are African Americans plus Mark.
Sorry, I had to commit to the bit. All right, we got Steven Everett 167. I clapped too early though. The clap is for Mark. Never mind. Robin Quinn. We got Adriana Ramirez 8882 and Optimus Prime. We do not have a patron on the board, but thank you guys for being patrons. If you want to watch full reactions or just reactions, make sure to be a patron.
Would you rather ride the scariest roller coaster in the world or never ever ride a roller coaster? Never ever ride a roller coaster.
Never ever ride a roller coaster. Drew?
Would you rather drive a car or fly a plane?
Fly a plane.
Fly a what?
A plane.
Fly a plane?
If I could fly a plane and land it, I'll fly a plane.
I would assume you would be able to if they're going to let you.
It didn't say that. It did not say. It said fly a plane. Would you rather eat a fried cake or a cream-filled chicken nugget? Gross.
Fried cake. Ew.
Would you rather be awakened by a horn honk every hour or never sleep because of a constant horn honk? I could sleep if the constant horn.
Because you ain't waking up regardless.
I've seen you
Don't matter.
have your alarm
It don't matter.
In your ear.
literally your phone on your head.
That was a different version.
Alarm going
That
off.
has been.
You like this.
That's not recent. That was like over last year.
And the crazy thing about it is the first thing you grab is your glasses. You won't even turn the phone off.
Because I can't find the phone if I can't
It's
see.
It's on your head.
I need to see.
There's been a mistake. The fires weren't my fault, and neither was the fight.
Save your voice. Earth Kingdom soldiers aren't particularly tolerant.
This is all his fault. He started the fight and left you behind and ran away. I'm really starting to see what kind of person he is.
Ooh.
What do you think will happen to us?
He's feeling kind of vengeful, kind of early.
Yeah.
If it was 100 years ago, could we have been friends? We ain't even get that.
True.
It's not there yet.
Were you working with the enemy?
The Firebenders said that they would kill us, and then they'd attack the city if I didn't cooperate. The only reason Omashko has been left alone is because of whatever small service I provided them.
Service. I found him. He's in prison.
Oh.
Oh, hey, Lily. How's training going? I'm doing all right with my forms, but shaping's hard. It's supposed to be a badger ball. You sure? I like the parts of Omashu that aren't so depressing.
Cities are like people. They always have their dark sides.
Seems pretty dark on all the sides these days.
My brother, the Fire Lord, sees things through only one lens. Victory or defeat.
That's why Zuko's so hot to catch me?
Mm-hmm.
So he can win this war? For his dad?
All puns intended.
You could show him this isn't the way. He'll listen to you.
On the contrary, it is I who owe him.
We're not leaving Aang.
You can get us into the palace.
Not after today. I'm sorry, I can't.
What about the tunnels?
Secret tunnels.
Use them to meet
Secret tunnels.
Yes, there are tunnels, but they're unstable. Those who go in never come out. If you believe the tales, vengeful spirits guard the passages.
The pit?
An Earth Kingdom labor camp for prisoners of war. No one who's been sent there has ever been heard from again.
Okay.
Bye, bro.
Right. Guess I won't be seeing you.
What is it?
It's my Fire Nation contact.
It's his blood.
The Firebenders made it clear. Any resistance and they'll send everything they've got at us.
Let them come. The Avatar has returned to the world. It's time to stop hiding.
I don't think you can
It's time to fight.
volunteer me to
Right.
do
And
something.
make that call.
He's an airbender.
What makes you say
He is the master of all four elements, the savior of the world. And he's very, very good at rock skipping.
Booby?
Hello, Ang. And throw him a feast.
Finally, girl. My water bag ain't got no water.
Jen, what you doing here?
Right.
You betrayed us.
Betrayed you?
I wasn't with y'all.
Not everyone out there is the enemy.
If you stand against us, you are.
That's how I know you've ended up on the wrong side. You're not fighting for anything you love. You're fighting because of hate. Just like the Firebenders.
But here you are stepping to me.
Nah, she always had hands. Now she's splashing with some water.
Oh, girl, when'd you learn how to do ice? When did this happen?
She been on them.
Jet.
Yeah.
You gotta walk like you know what you're doing.
He don't know what he doing.
The old firebender was taken to the pit. The other one's still here. Other one? Yeah, the bald kid. The king wanted to see him.
For your meal, I offer you two choices. Short ribs from Kangaroo Island. They practically jump into your mouth.
I don't want that.
And the other, seaweed stew.
I'll take the stew. I don't eat meat.
Good choice.
Was this a test?
So, frozen in an iceberg for 100 years, huh? That must have been nice.
No, it was a nightmare.
The world is on fire. People are dying, and you got to sleep through it all.
Don't you care?
Care?
Flopsy. Sorry.
You
just came to
dare tell me I should care? You may be 100 years old, but you haven't lived for 100 years.
Do you hear music?
Wait a damn minute. But if you... Okay. Y'all better not fuck this up.
So what are you doing here?
What are we doing here? What are you doing here?
We're doing what we're doing.
Right, but why are you doing it here?
Tunnels. Oh, no, these aren't the tunnels. Those are the tunnels. It's a tale of two lovers.
Oma and Shu.
Oma and Shu met on top of the mountain that divided their two villages. The villages were enemies, so they couldn't be together. But their love was strong, so they found a way. They learned earthbending from the badger moles, becoming the first earthbenders. But one day, Oma didn't come. She'd been killed in an attack. She could have destroyed them all. But instead, she declared the war over. Both villages helped her build a new city where they would live together in peace. The great city was named Omashi, as a monument to their love.
There are many around these parts who'd be very interested to know that the famed Dragon of the West is in their midst. The Fire Nation general who laid siege to Boston State for 600 days. You sure? Come on, don't hesitate to speak up.
No, it's supposed to be Stinky Sandal.
A word of advice, the direct path is not always the best path.
You mean I should take the route that doesn't?
You should be careful where you step.
Hey, what is this?
Dang.
I want to see an air scooter.
Maybe I'm trying to show you there are no easy journeys for the Avatar. Maybe I just wanted to play a game, like we did back in the old days.
This way.
Is that what the map says?
Maps unclear, but I got a hunch.
A hunch?
The tunnels are changing.
Yeah.
Don't y'all need that? No, love burns brightest in the dark or something.
No. Love is brightest in the dark.
Yeah. They feel reversed.
Sokka, wait!
Katara, what is your problem?
My problem is you're not taking me seriously.
Disagree.
I'm not a little girl anymore.
Says the girl who fell for a terrorist.
That's not what happened.
You should have never talked to him.
You don't get to tell me who I can talk to.
And you don't get to just ignore me.
I can't if you're being an idiot.
Dad put me in
You're
trouble.
not Dad.
This is the time to be fighting.
This is the perfect time to be fighting.
We need to get Aang. We need to get to the Northern Water Tribe. Get it together.
They about to get separated? Where's Appa?
Expensive.
I know.
Being in the military, we got special privileges. My brother, though,
He was on watch the night you torched the Eastern Wall. By the time we put the fires out, there was nothing left of him to bury.
Dang.
All those lives lost. All that fighting. And Ba Sing Se still stands. You know. I can still smell smoke when I go to sleep at night. Never really goes away.
some of us don't like what we find there. Is that your pitiful way of saying you're sorry for what you did? I wasn't talking about me.
Dang.
You know nothing of loss.
Brother, take comfort in knowing that Liu Ten will forever be hailed as a champion of the Fire Nation.
Uncle, what a great honor for you and for Liu Ten to die in the service of the Fire Nation. When my studies weren't going well and Father was unhappy, Liu Ten gave me this. He said it should belong to someone destined to do great things. He gave me strength. Liu Ten never needed it because he was the strongest person I knew.
You're getting good at that.
Practice and some good instruction. Jet, he helped me through some things. He lost family, just like us. Jet might have gone down the wrong path, but he was pushed that way. Just as I was.
You know, Sai told me I should be an engineer. That was my true calling.
You believe that?
I don't know.
Sokka, what I said about you and Dad. You led the tribe and protected us with nobody to help you. Dad never had to bear that kind of burden alone.
You know, now we
We
stuck.
shouldn't be here. We were here before, but this wall wasn't.
How is that possible?
Behind these doors lies a fearsome challenge. A true test of whether or not you are prepared to be the Avatar. It's all about games with you, isn't it, Avatar? Who cares
Where's
about
the games?
responsibility? Who cares about, saving the world? One final game to play, Avatar. The simplest one of all. You versus me.
Ooh, not
To
the arm man.
the death.
No, thank you.
Magical.
That's really good. Show it. When'd you change?
He had to rip those off. Dang.
Do it. Do it! We've all seen enough death.
saw something hit. I was hoping it was. Oh,
He just gonna take that out, man.
cauterize the
I was
roof.
just about to say that.
All that tea he be drinking. You gonna fight a badger mole?
No, we just gonna slap some water on it.
Y'all better make friends.
Y'all about to run into a dead end.
You need to make friends. That is the architect of them tunnels.
Love is brightest in the dark. It wasn't about the crystals. That's not what guided Omanshu through the mountain. It's blind. They don't navigate by sight, but by feeling. They sense feelings and react to them.
So they respond to love? How do you think they do with verbal commands? Excuse me, Mr. Badgermole. We really appreciate if you could show us the way to the palace.
He breaking the mountain for real. Okay.
Please, Boomy, you don't have to do this.
Oh, but I do. Some of us have to fight even when we don't want to. You left us. You were the Avatar. And you left us. It's time for the games to end.
Okay, we don't need that.
Alright, he just gonna let it drop on him?
Boomy, I can't hold both of them. This isn't a game.
Yes, it is. One that requires you to make impossible choices. You have to save the whole world. Let it fall, Hank. And learn what it means to be the Avatar.
Alright.
Well, kid, you sure know how to bring the house down.
You cheated! You didn't do it on your own, so you didn't learn anything at all.
That's the only way I'm gonna save the world. With my friends. Remember this?
You been
I
worrying
use
about
it
that
to
so
call
long?
a friend.
That's real clunky to be traveling with like that.
Yeah, that was frozen with.
You're right. I wasn't here for the world.
Oh, you ain't never had that tooth.
Or for you.
Hey, you gotta relax.
But I'm here now.
I'm sorry. I was just wondering how a king got a missing tooth, you know?
Because he has good dental or what?
He a king.
He 112.
Call up the
He ain't never had that tooth.
Fire Nation forces are on the move. They'll be here by dawn.
You're under attack?
We will be. But we will be ready.
Side?
The Beckonist alerted the generals to a network of spies in the city. Helped us round them up. Now, all of you, get out of here. The Avatar has places he has to be. But I do have one more challenge for you.
Yes. There we go. There we go. Y'all.
Ended it exactly the same. Cabbages.
You better monitor him.
It
He
seems
might
we
fall
are
out the
always
back.
getting on or off boats. Perhaps that is our lot in life, Prince Zuko. Ah, good. It's not too late.
What are you doing here, Uncle?
Same as you.
You want to come with me?
I've come fully prepared. All the tea I need.
I don't need a babysitter.
How about a friend?
My father made it very clear that I'm not to return until I find the Avatar. Which means could be a very long time before we return home.
Everything I need is on this boat.
If y'all start playing Leaves from the Bottom. We gone.
They are playing it.
Okay.
They can't kill Iroh like that.
They might.
No. Show canceled if it is.
Alright, man.
Can I say something?
You got
I'm gonna say something.
13 minutes.
13. I'm gonna say it real quick. I don't know how I feel about them taking things from book 2 and putting it in book 1 because. But then I also feel like, you know what? Maybe I should just go rewatch the cartoon because I'm expecting elements of connection and feeling. But I'm also like, if you're gonna do it right. Like, you know, I'm like, oh, they're not showing the elements as much. I'm like, the cartoon, it's easier because it's animated. But I'm like, nah, y'all decided to pick up this project and do a live action, meaning you knew what was at stake. You knew how much CGI and fucking elements you was going to need because, you know, it's there. And
This is what I kept saying. The milkshake. If you have an Oreo milkshake, just add the whipped cream and cherry on top.
A little bit of
Don't change what's already good.
This is now a strawberry milkshake.
Right, we have changed it now. But like
It's not no chocolate, no vanilla. It's
just strawberry.
But like a weak ass strawberry.
We're changing too much. And that's the problem with adaptations. Now I get it too, which is like we don't want it to just be a copy and paste thing, which I get it. But still, find where there are holes, not even holes. Find where you can plug in new things into the adaptation, not take things out.
So I agree with that just because you don't want to literally have like the Mean Girls thing where they redid Mean Girls, made it a musical, but everybody's like, this is trash. It's exactly the same. Like, there's no new elements but the music. So for me, I can't really go off of it. I mean, I can go off of it, but I'm going to make my final after. It's like, okay, well, I like this, but I didn't like this.
Because like to the point, if you're going to just copy and paste it, then just watch the original.
Yes.
But this is the thing, like I said, in the first episode, you get to see what actually happened.
The genocide.
So you're like, okay, you didn't necessarily change anything there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You just... What? Wow. You didn't necessarily change anything there. You just added something. You just kind of play with our imagination on what would have happened. Right? So in this one, I'll say things that I did actually like. I did like, because at first when he said Boomy, I was like, no, we don't get the.
What's the test for?
Yes, we don't get that. But as the episode plays out, their take on it actually does kind of make sense, because in Boomy's case, he's actually upset that Aang left.
Mm-hmm.
In the other one, it was like, I know this is Aang. Let me play with him and see if he knows it's me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? In this one, it's like, no, I know who you are. You know who I am. Mm-hmm. I'm mad that you left. You left because you don't want to be the Avatar because you're scared or you're whatever. I'm going to put you through a series of tests.
My question is, I thought it when it came up, how did Boomy know he was the Avatar? Because Aang found out and he didn't leave the Southern Air Temple. He left and then got caught in the storm and then boom, boom, boom. Nobody knew he was the Avatar except the monks.
Well, I'm at this point, I'm thinking like words going around.
Like the Avatar's little...
Right. But we
haven't seen that, I'm assuming.
Right. But I'm just saying that I'm guessing word has gotten around.
Yeah.
So I did like that because I'm like, okay, you kind of seen it with Kyoshi as well. She was like, you left. I mean, not Kyoshi, with
Grandma.
No. What's her name? What's her name's mom from last episode? Suki. Her mom was mad. Like the Avatar left.
Yeah.
You know, so like you see a pattern of like, it's not necessarily like how it was in the show, which was like the Avatar's back. He's here to save us. It was like you left us.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
There
this
was
show
some
is.
of that in the show.
Yeah, I know, but in this show, that's all we've gotten. Was you left us. Everybody's mad that he left. So I see the consistency in that. Also, I do kind of see what they're. I don't know if I like it, but I do see what they're doing with Zuko and Uncle Iroh, which you get that whole backstory on what happens to his son, but they're building up the relationship between Zuko and Iroh even more in this show to start out than they did in the original.
Because that was book 2 stuff.
Right. But the reason why I say that is because by adding a new thing, which is like, I know you lost your son. Your son gave me this. He's giving him, trying to give him love and hope and inspiration, all that stuff. You're building a relationship with them up more, so it's going to hit harder when Zuko betrays him.
Okay.
So it's like, dang, I did all of that. And then it's going to hit even harder again for Zuko when Uncle I was like, I ain't care about none of that. I wanted you to find your own way. Like, I don't want you to have to go for the throne. So I do kind of like, I see what they're doing. They're trying to build that relationship up even more than what we got in the show. Yeah, the whole cave and the love not having Aang there, that's kind of like, that defeats the purpose of the cave, because it's a tale of two lovers.
Also, question: am I wrong for thinking in the cartoon Oma was the woman and Shu was the man?
No,
they had it switched in here.
Yeah.
Because I was like, Shu? No, Oma's the one who stopped the war and did, because she did that. And they said it was Shu. I want to go check it. If
I gotta do it. But
it makes it.
That's not me.
Taking Aang out of that is kind of, it's the breadcrumbs. Like you're getting rid of the breadcrumbs from the original. Like that was a breadcrumb to being like, oh shoot, okay, Aang likes her.
Like that's where it's.
I think like
cutting
the from what I said in episode whatever 1 or 2, where it was like, do you want to go penguins riding with me? Like they don't do their
their personalities.
They don't do their thing.
It's the breadcrumbs that they're leaving out, and they're just getting to.
Because I thought they kissed in that episode.
They're getting to
They
the
was
big
real
moments.
close, and I was like, she can't kiss Sokka.
Nah, you can't do that. But
Well, because it was like, she's the one that's like, well, maybe we should turn out our lights going out. Maybe we should,
not kiss your brother.
No, I'm saying in the cartoon.
Yeah, this is what happens when you have like a 20. I don't know how many episodes it is, but let's just say it's 20. 20 episode first season, just jammed into 8. And then
not only that, but taking elements from another season.
Right. But I just don't think because we get our journey to actual Omashu that we kind of like graze over.
Oh yeah, because we just go.
Because we just go straight to Omashu, like, and it's but we don't get the journey to Omashu that we get. That's the breadcrumbs that we're leaving out. We're just in the show.
We're just there,
right? In this show, we're just getting to the big moments, but we're not adding the things that led up to it.
With the journey that makes the show
right.
What
but
it
then
is.
like everything else is so important that you're just like, okay, we're gonna take something from here and put it in, something from here and put it in, something from here and put it in, and let's just see how it will work. I'm kind of on your boat. I want to see how this season ends to see what exactly we're doing with this show, because we have changed a lot. We've changed a lot so far, and this is 4 episodes in, so we got 4 more.
You know what it is? As a standalone, I don't trust it. Where like the cartoon gave you these full development kind of things and this built attachment, but if someone didn't watch the cartoon and they only watched this, I don't think it would float. So far.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I think this does hold some weight. I think it does hold some weight. But when you take
My analogy was float. You saying it's gonna sink.
My fault. This does float, right?
It's bobbing though.
This does float. I'll say this. It does float. It's just not a big enough boat. It's right. It's like it's
Zuko's little boat.
Right. It's the little one. He was at the end, because you're just like you said, you're taking the life out of the moments that happen, like those little moments that happen. Kind of like the same thing when you said in the last episode when she takes off her makeup. Yeah. You're like, dang, so you don't get that whole big
You look different.
reveal later. Like he doesn't recognize her because
the build up.
Right. You don't.
I like a slow.
You don't get that.
Just, maybe because of, if it wasn't so expensive for all of these elements that we need, like the bending, Appa, all that, maybe they could have drug it out and made it a longer series. But since it's the last movie flopped, and everybody's probably like, oh, I don't want to watch no other live action. They didn't want to put so much into it. Maybe next season we will get a longer, maybe like 16 episodes. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, just the formula of Netflix, they don't go like that. It's like 8 episodes. It's like 8 to 12 episodes.
No. Yeah, because like Stranger Things is longer. You got to think about it. In the first one, we didn't have all like the upside down as much as we did in seasons.
Well, yeah,
3, like, you know.
Yeah, the budget definitely increased. Yes, but the story is an original. See, because at first I was on the fence of like, well, you don't have the people that created the show on this one anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why? And in my head, I was kind of like, well, you already have the blueprint. The thing that you're making adaptation is out. So you technically don't need the directors to recreate that. Just follow that. But then now I'm like, oh, okay, I see what you're changing. Like,
is it creative differences?
Right. Now I'm seeing the maybe the creative difference of like,
probably like us, where it's like, no, you need to have Aang in the secret tunnels with Katara so that they can have this moment.
Too many.
You need to have,
Because my thing is too is like they were on board and then halfway they weren't on board. So this was the halfway episode. Mm-hmm. So it's like, is this when they were like, wait, okay, I let you change some things in the last one. Why are we changing something why are we changing so much here?
Yeah.
What are your plans? Like now I'm thinking of like 5th episode, 6th episode, 7, 8. We're probably gonna change a lot. Mm-hmm. Like, because so far I feel like the show is kind of going like this. But it's comparing it to something to me that's like a 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Oh, Avatar: The Last Airbender, perfect.
Yeah.
There's few things I think have a great full circle, like start to finish development.
There's so many full circle moments in the show.
And they're missing the build of it.
One thing I will say is you finally do get some energy out of Katara. Mm-hmm. So that was cool to see. Like you get some energy out of her and she's screaming, she's yelling. And then you get her first apology too. Because like I said, Katara apologizes a lot, and I think that's very underrated. But that's also like the character of like that's her character. She messes up a lot, so she does apologize a lot. So I did like seeing that.
We didn't have the pirate episode where she got them all. Katara, what did you do?
Right,
you know?
right, stealing and all that.
We cut out her mistakes a lot, actually.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. I want to see what happens.
We gotta keep going.
I'll see. After that, it might be time for my rewatch to get my little feeling of love and compassion. Right? Because, okay, one last thing. Okay? My thing about Appa is so strong because to this day, I need to mentally prepare and emotionally prepare before watching Appa's Lost Days and shit. Book two, in the middle, when the Sandbenders take Appa. Dope. Spoiler alert, I don't know if they'll do it. I will bawl every time.
And I can't wait.
But
every time.
But this is what I'm saying. They have to keep that because that's such a big moment of the show.
But if it doesn't hit as much because they're like, oh, the fucking bison, whatever that shit is, we barely see it on screen. Like if someone didn't see the show and they're watching this only, they're like, So what? He got taken? Nah, motherfucker. This is deep.
Because of how close Aang and Appa are. Yes.
Appa is a whole character in the cartoon. You see him with comedic jokes
he's a whole character.
He's a whole character with a personality, and I have none of that in this show.
Well, he's a character. Momo's a character. So yeah, it does.
Momo, it's like theorized that Momo's like a reincarnation of Gatso, and like Aang gets his friend back in that way. Stop. I'm crying.
Nah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that one, man.
I'm just saying, where's Appa and Momo? Avatar: The Last Airbender, episode 4, Into the Dark. That was our reaction. Thank you to our 18,590 subscribers
At the time of this recording.
Thank you to Stephen Everett 167, Robin Quinn, Adriana Ramirez 8882, and Optimus Prime for missing us.
If you would like to watch full reactions or just reactions, please go ahead and become a patron. We appreciate you guys.